and Whip on first base following the hit by pitch. Dixon comes set. Now the pitch. High and inside for ball one, 1-0 on Hurst.
For those watching on YouTube, we are back. We had a little bit of an issue of some kind. The broadcast just stopped. It's been kind of spotty today for the YouTube side, so we are back just to let you know.
Next pitch is high for ball two, 2-0. The count on Hurst, and Dixon needs to get back in the zone here, and sure enough, the full infield and Coach Tharp is headed out to the mound to talk it over.
Yeah, I think this is a good intervention because at this point Dixon's throwing a lot of balls in quick succession and got to find a way to get him to attack the zone a little bit more. With how well he's been playing so far, you got no need, I'd say, yet to even think about bringing in anyone else. But you just got to make a correction here, get things back in order, and make sure you don't really start to load the bases up for Chugiak.
Yeah, Dixon with a terrific start to the game through 3 scoreless innings, only allowing 3 base runners. And now has had a little more trouble finding the zone. He ended up hitting Whip on a pitch after working a 3-2 count, and then has thrown 2 consecutive balls to Drew Hurst. There he finds himself in a 2-0 count against Hurst, wearing jersey number 1 as he steps back into the left-hand batter's box. Dixon ready for the 2-0. Bottom of the zone for strike 1, and whatever Coach Tharp said must have worked as Dixon's immediately back in the zone.
Again, it's all about attacking the zone and trying to center up your pitches a little bit more. I think that's probably some variety of what he told him just a moment ago. But let's see if he can stay consistent with it.
The 2-1 delivery. Squared to bunt, and he just completely missed the bunt. So 2-2. The count now on Hurst.
Dixon's longest appearance of the season was against the Pilots back on June 14th with 5 innings, just 2 hits given up in that one. So he's not quite at his limit yet, but he is approaching that. Another thing to keep in mind here.
Dixon checks Jenkins. Not Jenkins. That's Whip at first base. And now the next pitch misses for ball 3, 3-2. Because the count is full.
Yeah, that's kind of the pitch that he was working earlier against Whip that didn't work out for him. Got to make sure you don't go back to that. Go back to what was working on Hurst just a moment ago to finish him with a strikeout.
Second full count in this inning in as many batters as Dixon ready for the payoff pitch. Grounded softly left side and out of foul territory for stays alive.
Yeah, that's one where you got to deliver the fastball if you're Dixon, and that's exactly what he did. At this point, you're challenging Hurst to make solid enough contact to put that back into the field of play. Unable to, but does make enough contact to keep himself at the plate.
Hurst steps back into the box, ready for the 3-2. The payoff from Dixon just missed for ball 4. And Dixon has now worked full count and walked the first 2 hitters of this bottom of the 4th inning, and there's nobody out and 2 runners on.
Yeah, Oilers bullpen now starting to have some action after that last walk. Again, in a 7-inning game, you can afford to bring in your bullpen guys a little bit earlier if you need to. We'll have to see how the rest of this 4th inning plays out, though, as Nick Moyer comes to the plate.
Runners on first and second. That's Whip on second after reaching via hit by pitch, and Hurst on first after he walked. Nick Moyer, who lined out sharply to left in his first plate appearance, pops the first pitch up here into shallow right center. Ranging in is Hassenclaver, who makes the grab and throws all the way in, cut off by the shortstops, not Skinner, Cannon. And forced to stay at second is Whip.
That's a big out for the Oilers and one they needed. And fortunate that that ball was a bit more towards right center than the right corner or right field corner, because Hassenclaver was able to throw it back in time from where he was on the field to keep the runner at second. So fortunate for the Oilers.
Zaromsky now stepping into the box. He grounded out to the pitcher in his last plate appearance, and the Oilers would take that again, as that would offer a chance to turn an ending double play. We'll see what Dixon's able to get here. That's a big first out. Hopefully it gets Dixon back in the zone. Not on the first pitch. It's very low and outside for ball 1. A great block from Jones saved both those runners from advancing into scoring position. Nick Moyer, Zaromsky, ready for the 1-0 from Dixon. Dixon checks whip at second base, now comes set. Late kick and the pitch, low for ball 2. 2-0 now on Zaromsky.
A little too far to the inside that time from Dixon. Like you said, 2-0 coming up to Zaromsky. Rounded out right to Dixon his last time up. That's what Dixon would love here. Some kind of ground out to maybe even force a double play. Keeping a close eye on the runners.
And then 2-0, grounded left side. This could be 2, picked up by Cannon, over to Skinner to first in time for the double play. A huge turn for the infield. That's a 6-4-3 to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base for the Chinooks. We'll head back to the top of the 5th. Dylan Simmons back on your play-by-play. The Chinooks bringing up the bottom of the order. Sorry, not the Chinooks. The Oilers bring up the bottom of the order. Garrison Jones, Wyatt Bundy, and Luke Skinner. Right here on ESPN 96.9, 1140, and online at RadioKenai.com.
Hello, I'm Marty Hansen, owner and manager of Eyewear Express. Let's talk about your money. Let's talk about getting up at 0 dark 30 to make a buck. Whether you're working in the hospital, one of our schools, or in the rain and snow, or you spend weeks away from your family. Eyewear Express knows the value of your money, and we promise the glasses we sell you mean as much to us as your money does to you. Eyewear Express will build you eyewear that are worth the money you use to pay for them. Expect the best from Eyewear Express, located in the Peninsula Center Mall, Soldotna.
Hi, this is Justin Ruffridge. There's nothing like a